Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be doing an election prediction between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, Harris/unknown ticket, and the Trump versus Vance ticket. I understand that I did a prediction about 2 weeks ago between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. However, that was before President Biden announced that he would not seek uh, his nomination and re-election as president of the United States. Now, Kamala Harris is the presumptive nominee of the Democrat Party. Many things have changed since I made my last prediction. Since then, Trump has picked his running mate, J.D. Vance. Since then, the RNC has occurred. Since then, the assassination attempt on President Trump's life has occurred. Since then, of course, President Biden has stepped aside, something that I did not think would happen. However, uh, as in my opinion, due to the mounting political pressure, did end up causing that to happen, which is kind of obvious at this point, but nonetheless, and many other things. The whole Eileen Cannon dropping Donald Trump's classified documents case is just such a small detail in the last 2 to 3 weeks of politics. It's not even you can't even really think that deeply about it. So yeah, a lot has happened. I made the last prediction July 15th, so they may have happened a little bit after the assassination attempt. But so many things have happened over the last 2 weeks. So many political maneuvers. Kamala Harris narrowing down her VP nominees likely to mark Kelly, Tim Walz, and Josh Shapiro. All three of them in swing states. Two of them governors. One of them a senator. They two of them, well, all of them have massive advantages, and others have some disadvantages within the party. But that's not what this video is for. This video is an election prediction. We are 100 days away from the 2024 general election. This could be one of the most, if not the most important election in our lifetimes. Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. Will Donald Trump get a second term in the White House, or will Kamala Harris be the first female elected president of the United States, the first woman president of the United States? So many things to talk about, so many things to cover. Let's get into this prediction. Now, let's not be so concerned about margins here. We're going to be giving out the classic safe Democrat states without being too concerned about whether or not which ones will be more safe than the others. In the classic time, it's 181 electoral votes in favor of Kamala Harris. Now, in this prediction, we're not basing it off of any specific VP choice that she's making. We're simply saying it's unknown at the moment, so it's just not going to have any effect on it. With that being said, regardless of who Harris picks as VP, whether it's Walz or even Shapiro, Trump will win Iowa, Ohio, and Maine second by safe margins this time around, getting him to 149 electoral votes. Harris still maintains a 32-point lead over Donald Trump. However, something very much to look at and to consider here. It is the change in Iowa and Ohio from 2016 and 2020, especially 2012, where they went Democrat from being considered battleground states to safe Republican states, is quite alarming for Democrats. Now, there are things going in favor of Democrats, like in 2020, where they won a lot of southern states like Georgia and Arizona, and Texas became relatively competitive within 6 points. But, you have Donald Trump doing well in the Midwest and in the Rust Belt areas. Likely Harris states, that'll be the state of Colorado, the state of New Hampshire, and the state of Minnesota at this point in time. I'm going to leave Virginia out of it. I really like to see some more polls out of Virginia. I do think at the end of the day, Harris will win it. Biden was performing horribly, just in general. But I do want to see a little bit more data out of Virginia before I make that prediction. Also, Maine at large, likely Kamala Harris. And New Mexico, for that matter, actually. Anyway, Trump-Vance. The Trump-Vance ticket. This will be the state of Texas, state of Florida. Two giant electoral votes, states with electoral votes. Massive gifts for Donald Trump. If he loses one of these states, it does become incredibly hard to win the general election because these are just such massive prizes. Both of these states combined is an even bigger prize than California, which is the biggest prize in the nation, 54 electoral votes. But that gets Trump at 219. Trump Vance to 219 electoral votes. Also, with Vance on the ticket, he will do better in the Midwestern states. People are saying J.D. Vance is the worst ticket ever in modern American history. That's nonsense. Completely false. Don't listen to them. Not true. J.D. Vance is a perfectly fine person. I believe the Donald Trump pick, that was the best pick for Donald Trump. I made a video on that, multiple videos on that. I think he's very intelligent. I think he'll do well to debate against whoever Kamala Harris picks. I think that he's going to get better at campaigning as time goes on. He's relatively new to politics. He has a very good story, a very good history. And, no matter who Donald Trump picked as VP, whether it was Vance or Burkham or Rubio or Youngkin or Tim Scott or anybody, they would have a tax levied against all of them. A tax that would land because of the fact that they're true, because everybody has dirt on them. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump has certainly. But the thing with Trump is that he's just immune to it at this point. But everybody has dirt on them. But, give it some time. Let Vance adjust to the new reality of him as the VP nominee and see where we are from there. Give it another few weeks. I mean, we're 100 days out from the election, which isn't really incredible. That's about 3 months away. Um, but take a second and just kind of relax. Nebraska second is a lean Harris state, as well as Virginia would lean in favor of Kamala Harris. Um, that's going to be it for the lean Harris states. Not many. The rest would be tilt. Lean Trump states. State of North Carolina, going to lean in favor of Donald Trump. Especially when he was up against Biden, he was leading by 8 points. Don't think that he'll have that lead against Harris, but certainly by 2 to 3 points at the bare minimum. As well as the state of Georgia this time around, as well as the state of Arizona. Even if he picks Mark Kelly, if she picks Mark Kelly, I see her having a hard time winning in Arizona. But there you have it. That's the lean states for Donald Trump. State of Michigan will tilt in favor of Kamala Harris, while the state of Nevada will tilt in favor of Donald Trump. The state of Wisconsin, Trump will win the state of Wisconsin, and the state of Pennsylvania. So a very close election, 297, 241. I think Trump hangs on against Kamala Harris. However, it has been a massive shift in the way that the election is being viewed. Biden, of course, no longer the nominee. A lot of excitement between Vice President Harris. However, many people think that and rightfully so, I would say, is that it's kind of manufactured excitement. We've yet to see how accurate that is, but she's definitely in her honeymoon phase at the moment. She's receiving a boost in the polls. But 3, 4 weeks from now, when it's kind of settled in, the DNC is passed, we'll see where we are. We'll see where she is in the polls. This is a snapshot in history. If the election were today, I think Trump would win the election. Still, the betting market suggests that as well. It would be a closer election than what it would be between Trump and Biden. If it was a Trump-Biden election, it very much could be 350 plus in favor of Trump in electoral votes. But not any longer, much more competitive. Nobody should take this election for granted. Democrats certainly should not stop fighting because they certainly could win this election. Republicans should not get complacent. They should keep campaigning and stop thinking that Trump is guaranteed to win and that he's some prophet, and he's bound to just win and save the country. You have to get out and vote. You have to get out and campaign. That's how elections work. Complacency is no longer an option for either Democrats or Republicans this time around, given the polarization of the country. With that being said, here's my election prediction. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. What would you keep the same? What would you change? Subscribe to the YouTube channel and have a great day.